you take this information and you don't keep it to yourself, please share it with folks, like with your friends, your family, and with anyone who's interested in potentially having a paid internship this summer or even in the fall. Please let us know. And yeah, I'll run through a little bit about what we do, a little bit about who we are, and I'd love, keep it. I can leave. I'll leave some time for questions at the end, but if you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to use the chat feature, or if you want, you can raise your hand. If that's difficult for you, feel free to come off mute also, no problem. I'm totally fine with that. I want to make sure, sorry, it's so many. I hate when Zoom doesn't come up as my first screen. It just like gets overpowered by another one. But right now you should be seeing on your shared screen sort of like this puzzle piece, and the title says Career Exploration with LA Tech. Yeah, and so I'm just admitting a few other people into the room. Thank you so much for host access. And we'll get started. Well, first of all, I'd love, yeah, actually, let's get started. I'll ask some questions later. I'd love to hear where everyone's calling in from. So my name's Karen, and I use she, her, ella pronouns, and I work as a talent partner manager for latech.org. And what that really means is I'm working on strategically looking for organizations such as CCCP that work with college students, that prepare them for career exploration and professional development. And I help have those organizations join us in order to help them help the students find internships in the tech sector. We are right now specifically for LA County, so that includes everything from downtown to like Orange County and so forth. And so super excited. I'm just gonna check the chat real quick. Oh yeah, I'd love to hear, what community college you're attending, what majors you're pursuing. Please, feel free to fill up the chat with that. But I'll get started. So, I love this GIF because I don't know if you guys watch Insecure, but it's Issa is hilarious. And I don't know about you, but I love making stacks on stacks on stacks. I think, obviously, I think that a lot of us see money not only as an opportunity to do things, but also as a tool, right, to build wealth and be able to really come out of, like help our family members, help folks who are important to us, and also to help ourselves and do the things that we've always wanted to do. So what I really want to emphasize is a career in tech pays. Folks who choose a career in tech are prone to earn an additional $2 million over their lifetime. And what does this mean? Well, I think you guys all know the tech sector is always changing, it's always improving, and so it's always getting more and more competitive. And what that means is things are all coming onto online. We're becoming a lot more adaptable to technology. And so it's not going anywhere. This business, this industry, it's not going anywhere. It needs folks who have special skills. And before I start going through a little bit more about what tech means to us, I want to emphasize that about 48% of the jobs in tech are not technical jobs. What does this mean? This means that you do not need to code or, understand different computer languages to necessarily have a role in tech. And that's really what we're emphasizing here today, is that you can, with your passion and your skills, you can have a role within tech. You can see yourself as a tech worker. You don't necessarily have to know how to code. Do we have opportunities for those folks who do code, who enjoy that and are doing that? Yes, completely. But I do want to emphasize that everyone here in this call can and should have an opportunity in tech. And just to know, I have a few people who are nursing. I have a few people who I'm trying to match who are nursing students who graduated with maybe a background in psychology, and trying to help them, sort of find and translate their skills into something that can be within tech. So excited. Okay, so We divide our opportunities. We have opportunities into two groups. So we have an academies and we also have traditional internships. So I'll tell you a little bit about what our academies are. Or what they do. So our academies are sort of this, what we call our apprenticeship program, and it really, it helps prepare students who maybe have not had a previous internship opportunity or haven't had previous work experience to really develop their professional skills, right? And so what we do is a student is placed in a peer cohort, so with students from other, from other colleges, from other places in LA, who are also looking to develop their skills and their professional development for an opportunity to get an internship. They are all these students are matched with a peer coach who helps make sure that they're on top of their assignments, supports them in any questions that they may have. And then we also have, there's also a workforce ready platform that that basically gives you credits for learning things such as, how to write a correct email, maybe like how to develop your resume, or how to maybe use LinkedIn, like all of these credits that can then show up on your LinkedIn profile and will make you obviously a lot more of a competitive person when folks are looking to hire. And the students who are in academies are matched with industry mentors. And so that means folks who are working in the industry, like let's say your social media managers, those folks like that are coming in, social media managers for folks like places like TikTok or Roblox or Snapchat. They come in and they talk to the students and really are able to sort of provide their experience for them. And then our traditional internships are sort of like, I don't know, well, actually, let me back up. So our traditional internships are usually what you call, what happens in a usual internship, where the company, the tech company is hiring an intern for a specific department to help them accomplish a specific task, goal, etc. And so they usually have like a job description. People usually have to interview for this, and they go through a process and get onboarded with the company. And so that's sort of what a traditional internship looks like. The summer has been the most competitive time for internships, just because a lot of students don't, most students don't take summer classes. Obviously, that's not the truth for everyone. Some folks do take summer classes, but usually their schedules are a little lighter than they would be naturally in the spring and the fall, semesters or quarters. And so usually, but we do have internships throughout the year, but I did want to emphasize that a lot of them are happening this summer. And I think for both academies and internships, you will be paid. So what I like to say to people is, if you were thinking of getting a summer job or something like that, try us out. Like try to get, we can help match you to an internship, and you'll be paid. You'll also be getting real life work experience that can be helpful to leverage you and make you more competitive. And I think in our world right now, networking is so important that a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunities come through the people that the people that you interact with. And so not only will you get that from this opportunity, you'll not only will you get the opportunity to work and really experience something and understand like, oh, this is for me or this isn't for me in a very low risk environment. You'll also be able to get paid for it. So I really, that's I think my favorite thing about it. And then everyone from academies and traditional internships are then put into our alumni program. We're still in development of that, but really what it'll mean is you'll still continue to receive opportunities from us even after you've done an internship or an academy. We'll continue to try to place you into other opportunities, and we actually have that. We've done that, and some people have been hired from these internships. If they've graduated and they're available, they've been hired, which is really amazing. But our alumni program is also going to be a space for us to really develop the skills that you need. A lot of times students graduate without a lot of like financial help. And once you start working, you start getting like benefits, and sometimes it's really hard to understand what those benefits can do and how to maximize those, right? So this is sort of a way to do it. I'm glad the internet exists a lot more now, because like TikTok and Instagram is really helping to sort of make that process a lot easier for people. But it still exists, and we want to help our alumni also be successful when they start working full-time jobs, etc. And obviously we want our alumni to be our ambassadors and to tell more people about us, so that they can also have an opportunity to intern with a tech company in LA. Okay, so as I mentioned, about 48% of the roles in tech are not technical. And so these are sort of the 4 pathways that we've created to sort of, it's how we manage what opportunities are available for the students. So our first one is our technical, and that sort of goes through, software engineering, IT, cybersecurity, backend engineering, iOS software engineer, web development. And sort of those are some of the titles that you would see potentially with these internships. And then you have your creative, and that's really your design, your digital media, your graphic design. If you're really interested in that, maybe perhaps you're interested in web development or designing how a website like flows and is managed, or you're even interested in videography and like sort of taking that upon yourself. Our next one is marketing, and this one's a really big one. Brands and technical companies need to sort of promote themselves, right? There's a lot of money in marketing, and how are we promoting ourselves? Are we buying a Super Bowl ad? That kind of stuff. And so we do have opportunities there. And perhaps you're really good at writing, or you're an English major. This is something you want to do. Or even if you're thinking about social media management, and sometimes some people are graduating in marketing careers. So this is a great opportunity for them as well. And then some people choose business. So this is really where your financial people are, but even folks who are operational or thinking about project management or sales, this is a really good opportunity and a really good sort of pipeline for that. And partnerships too. There's people who in the tech industry who are doing my job, right? They're talking to nonprofits and organizations and sort of getting them onboarded and helping them succeed, right? With either programming, etc. So that's also an opportunity. Okay. And sorry, I'm just gonna check.
So there are a few, I can go over the questions if you want.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so
Thank you so much.
Let me see the first one here. William asks, where in LA are these internships located?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a lot of them currently are remote because of the pandemic, and they're still having safety procedures, and a lot of folks aren't coming into the office until late in the summer. So a lot of our internships are still remote. However, some of them are hybrid, which means they're asking the student to come in once or twice a week. We are flexible though. If you let us, we will let you know, hey, this is a requirement, the job would like you to, come in. Is this possible for you? And we've had students who have told us, no, it's not possible, or no, I rather would not want to do that. I don't want to risk it, or I don't want to spend the money on gas, which is totally valid. So, we work with both the company and the intern to make sure that we can have some common ground on how to make it work.
Great. Next question we have from Erwin is, how about for AB5 students? Can they apply?
Yeah.
Yes.
So please still apply to our general application. What I would do is I would reach out to you and just make sure to understand a little bit more about your the status, and so we accept folks for our application. However, some companies will ask for a background check. And so we work with the companies to sort of let them know about what the situation is and make sure that everything is, it's okay with them. It's okay with, it's okay with you. And so, but thanks for the question. We want to make sure that this is available for everyone.
That's awesome. Thank you. And the next question we have from Kevin. As a criminology major, what category would my internship fall under?
Yeah, that's a great question. So honestly, I think as a criminology major, you're thinking, I'm assuming into either like uh, I guess I would ask Kevin what in criminology they want to work in. But for me, some of the things that pop up currently are, I think writing is always like really important in things like that and how you communicate with people. So I would probably say marketing, but I would also honestly say business as well. So it can be something in between those two things, because when you're doing operations or business, you're sort of making sure that there's like a process, and so making sure that it's successful, right? But let me see if Kevin has answered. Mostly in the law firm. Yeah. So I would say that that's like a really good translatable skill, like if you're doing project management or something like that, because a lot of times in law firms, you'll start off sort of managing caseloads and making sure that they're properly organized, so then the lawyers can, be able to discover evidence or make sure that they have everything that's needed for them to go to court. So I would definitely say that a sort of like a operational project manager position would be amazing for you, and you'd be able to talk about the skills that you learned from this internship and translate them into potentially a law firm in the future. And who knows, like I think law is also coming into the tech side as well. I don't know if it's called like law tech, like I know educational technology is called ed tech, but so I would definitely say that there are opportunities out there for that.
And Karen, do you want to continue with the presentation, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's answer these questions and then
Okay, great. So I'm gonna ask Sophie to read the next one. Sophie's one of our colleagues at the center, so and she's
okay,
joined
cool.
us. So go ahead, Sophie, if you want to ask some of those questions that are in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I think maybe
I think we were up to the
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I did come in a little late, so I haven't seen all.
Oh, okay. So,
no
but this
problem.
one is maybe, let me make sure that, so this JG asked, is this opportunity also available to high schools as well?
Yeah, so please do apply if you're in high school. However, our programs are 18 to 24. That's sort of the age range. We do work with folks who are, who may be a little under or who may be a little over, but you're still welcome to apply. We will still reach out to you about potential internship opportunities. But if you're in high school, I would definitely say the academies are a great place to start, because they will really kick off like what you're learning and exploring. So yeah, please do apply so that we can let you know about those opportunities.
And I think you answered indirectly this question. I mean, I think that with the other question, which is there an age requirement for these internships? Yeah.
So Chi asked if they can still apply right after sophomore. They're waiting for admissions. Yes, please do. Please still apply. You don't have to be in college to apply to our programming. We understand that there are sometimes there have been situations from our interns who have had to take a break and couldn't be in school for some reason or another. And so they've seen the internship opportunity as an opportunity to still continue to build their skills and be competitive, even though this maybe they're taking a pause in their school, in their education.
Okay, so the next question is there any internship for Scrum Master / project management?
Yes, there is. So there will definitely be internships in sort of that area. So yes, please do apply.
Okay, and then for the next one, for the academies, will we receive training for the department we are interested in, or is that part of a later segment of your presentation?
Okay, cool. I'm just going to answer quickly Hassan's question. I know you said you're 17. Hassan, please still do apply. We still want to make sure you're in our system and we're able to sort of filter opportunities for you. Sometimes the companies won't require something, especially when you're right before 18. So please still do apply. I want to emphasize that. Okay, yeah, and so that's a really great question. So for the academies, they're a little bit of everything. So right now, actually, Snapchat has four academies they are hosting, and I will be sending information about them in a later email that CCCP will send to you with our application link as well. They're separate applications, so I just want to make sure everyone understands that. But the SNAP Academies are divided into different different pathways. So there's a marketing one, they call it storytelling. There's a design, there is an engineering one, and then there's a Lens Academy that sort of works with AR and VR, so virtual reality and augmented reality. However, we also, latech.org also hosts academies, and we're hosting one now, but we're also hosting one in the fall, and it's called the Fika Tech Academy. And that one is really like a very robust academy that goes over business, marketing, project management / product management, sales, and I think operations. And so that one's going to start in the fall. So that one's a little bit more like, so you have academies that can be very specific to like a certain subject, and then the academies that are a little bit more like a little bit of everything, a little flavor of everything.
Awesome. So then the last question so far, it's another age question. If I'm roughly 30 years old, can I still apply?
Yes, please still do. We have opportunities. I'm not sure if you'd be looking for full-time, but we ask that in our application if you're looking for full-time or not full-time employment. So please still do apply.
Awesome. And I think that's it so far.
Yeah, so I'm just going to answer Kevin's question because he was saying he was talking about criminology and working. I'll be working as a DA So I think I still think that an opportunity within. I know that this is like something that you want to do in the future, which is really, really cool. I would recommend still applying to our general application and trying marketing or even attempting business or operations. I really think the project management specifically will be important and an important skill to sort of take to the district attorneys, once you start working there. But I would also look at opportunities, obviously, with the office itself. A lot of those internships, unfortunately, aren't paid, which sucks. But so that's why it's sometimes great, like if you could do like maybe both or something over the summer to like offset it, or do one summer or another one next summer. Yeah. But thank you for asking that question, Kevin. And I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so excited about your career choice. But when is it? Start? Oh yeah, Andrew, I'm so excited that you're excited to get started as soon as possible. We honestly, we have a lot of internships that are need to be filled for this summer, as well as for starting in May. So I'm super excited that you're pumped because we are also pumped. So yes, please take a look out for our application and apply. And I'll also send it via the chat so that you guys can have it, but I'll also send it, I'll make sure that I send it over to CCCP so they can send it via email as well. Great, I think that's it. Sophia, thank you so much. Was it Sophia or Sophie? I'm sorry.
It's Sophie, but either is fine, it works.
Sophie. Gotcha, Sophie. Thank you so much. So I'll continue. Kevin, that's a really great question. Usually you'll get your own desk. A lot of these spaces, I don't know if you know, but like in tech, a lot of it is open space sort of format. So it's like there's a take on having less offices, personal offices and such. I think in the law department, it's still a little bit more classic where, you have a lot of offices or cubicles. But in tech, it's always like a very open floor plan. But it's really cool because usually, I think it's like the flexibility of being able to work at your desk or work in a common area or on the couches. A lot of tech companies will have like couches, will have like an area, where you can eat lunch, etc. So yeah, so that's pretty cool about it. But great questions. I thank you so much for being so, participatory. I really do appreciate it. So please continue to ask them. We're recording this so that students who couldn't make it can, also learn a little bit about our opportunities. So please do continue asking the questions. So I'm gonna go into a little bit about, well, who are you working for? Like, what companies, am I offering to you all? So some of them you might have heard about. I don't know, Sumo Wealth. If you follow them on Instagram, they're really big on trying to bridge the financial wealth gap, especially in the Latinx community. So they're really cool. Snap Inc., which is the parent company of Snapchat. Goat Group, which is the parent company of Goat, the sneaker company. And then we have Foursquare. I think, I don't know if y'all have used Foursquare, but it's usually a place where you can review places and sort of like pin that you've been there and review them. Thrive Market, if you're like really into sort of that organic, like healthier choices of food, Thrive Market is doing super, super well in this department and really giving folks an option of online grocery delivery, basically. Q&A is actually a startup that's working in the trying to do some legal stuff within the music industry. So Kevin, this might be, Q&A might be an opportunity. ZipRecruiter, I think you guys have probably heard their commercials. They are sort of they help folks get jobs, right? And companies pay them to sort of give them the resumes of people who are applying or who are applying to their roles. Yeah. And then I'm gonna move to my next slide. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit about I'm gonna do a little bit in the academies, and I'll come back to the questions in a little bit. So I talked a little about the academies. So, as I mentioned, there's guest speaker experiences, there are coaching mentorship opportunities. There's a tech career pathway projects, and there's workforce readiness preparation. So it's a really robust program. It's a lot of fun. I honestly really love it. I think people always learn about things. I told you a little bit about the SNAP Academies. Applications, I believe, for this SNAP Academy will end on April 8th. So if you have time over this weekend, I would definitely apply. And if you want some resume help or something like that, I will provide my email for you. So you can always, message me, email me, and let me know if you need, some support on applying. I think that this internship is this academy with Snapchat is so amazing. I was actually an instructor in the Snap Storytelling Academy. I have a little bit of marketing experience and more communication experience in my background. So yeah, so these are folks that were in the academies. A lot of them come from community colleges. The program is actually very specific to try to get more community college students into the tech field. So please, please, please do apply. And then I was gonna, I've been mentioning our application process so much. And so what you'll do is you'll log into our link, and you can access the link via our website, latech.org. Super easy. And you'll be prompted to fill out our general application. You'll be prompted to create a login. So this way, please do save your password, but you can always, you can always reset it if needed. But this way, you'll be able to continue to update us. If like you have a resume update, if you are available, or if you find yourself unavailable, you'll be able to update us within the application and make changes to it. You'll fill out some general information. We'll ask your name, where do you go to college, or if you don't, what your availability is like, and a little bit of background information on socioeconomic, just to see if there are opportunities that we can match you with more stipends from the city and the county of LA. And then once you complete this application, it'll be reviewed by one of us, and you will receive an email with a notification to join our Slack group, which will be the place where we'll send we'll send information about the opportunities. But we also you'll also receive an email to complete a video interview. So the video interview is your personal. You'll do it on your own, and you're not speaking to anyone. You're actually recording it so that we can review it later. And this way, the folks in tech companies, we send them the videos and their general questions, sort of, and you'll have four or five takes to do them. My suggestion, and you'll see the instructions there, is to try to be in as quiet place as you can be, trying to have, making sure that you're talking to the camera as much as possible, sort of like I am right now. But obviously we know that there are some complications sometimes. Like, I know when I was growing up, I lived in in like a 1-bedroom. And so there's a lot of people. And so completely understand that situation. I know that, if it's possible, maybe doing, recording the interview within the CCP room, or you can also, email me and let me know if there's an extenuating situation for us to be helpful in. Okay, and sorry. Let's go back. Okay, so I talked a little bit about our process. So you'll get an interview, you'll fill out your application, you'll get an interview. We'll look through your application system to make sure everything, we have all the information we need from you. We'll match you to the companies that are hiring based on your skills, your passion, and what you're trying to do. And then we support you. We support you throughout the experience. We check in with you. We try to see how you're doing. We want to make sure that this experience is like a great experience for you. Okay, and then as I mentioned a little bit about our alumni program, you'll get access to network and building activities, access to live and online professional development opportunities, and access to career coaches for forever. You'll have access to us forever. Okay, and then let me pause here before I go into success stories. We can go through the questions. Okay.
Yeah, so let me scroll through.
Rebecca asked, where can we find this recording later? Sophie, do you know?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, it's streaming to our YouTube, so we can send out the link to that. So it'll be recorded there. And then any advice on deciding between what branch of tech to work in, like the 4: business, marketing, creative, tech, like multiple different aspects of all 4?
Yeah, of course. So, in your general application, you'll be asked what you're interested in. If you're interested in all 4, state that. We'll ask you that'll just prompt you to tell us a little bit about what skills you would have for each of them, and it's totally fine. I think it's totally cool that you're thinking about all of them. I think sometimes the business and marketing sometimes do combine into certain internships, or like marketing and creative, right, and design and stuff. So what I would say to you is apply with us, and hopefully we're able to provide you an internship opportunity that maybe doesn't match all 4, but matches the 2, and then you can have another opportunity that matches the other 2, or something like that, like a mix and match sort of thing.
Okay, and then the next question, it was in reference to your presentation, something you said in terms of availability. So for clarity, is that their availability over the summer or current?
Yeah, so we'll ask you actually to tell us your current availability, your summer availability, or I think the question asks when would you be ready for an internship? Like, when are you planning, when do you want an internship? And then you're able to decide if it's summer, this summer, next year, etc. So if you're not ready right now, that's totally fine. Please still apply. I actually have a competition going until the end of March. I'll be doing a raffle for a $50 Amazon card for folks who apply and complete their application. So that includes the video portion. So hopefully you'll still apply. Obviously, it doesn't mean that if after March 30th you don't apply, it's gone. No, the raffle will be on, but I think, but obviously the application will still be there.
They don't have to do any technical interviews. Is that correct?
So some of the opportunities will have, so we don't require any technical interviews, but some of the opportunities will ask you to do an assignment sometimes, yes, but you'll be told about it.
Awesome. And I think the last question was the link for the application, but I believe Santi provided it.
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you, Santi. Yes.
And that's it.
Okay, so I'm seeing a little, yeah, so Kevin, for the video interview, no, I wouldn't say business professional, but maybe business casual is cool. You know, I mean, you know, it's a video interview, so it's really your top. You know, like under, you know, like your pants could be sweatpants, anything like that. You're not really showing that. It's really just the top of your face. So just making sure that, you know, someone can clearly see your face. Someone can clearly, you know, it's sort of like this, like I'm talking to the camera directly, and you know, that you can see sort of my top half of my casual clothing today. Yeah, sort of like an actual face-to-face job interview. And then what is the link for the application? Cool. So someone said that they made an account and nothing shows up. You should have received an email. So once you create an account, refresh the page and then sign in. I know it's a little wonky. We're trying to fix it, but you do have to, like, you'll create your account, then refresh and sign in with the account that you just created. And cool, Santi also provided the Snack Academies application. So thank you so much, Santi.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so a little bit of our success stories. I think, you know, it's important to sort of mention that folks who are part of our program now or in the past, we're currently, you know, we're thinking about applying, you know, we're nervous about applying, or thought, oh, I don't have all this, I'm not ready for this yet. I urge you to please still complete our application. I think it's, you know, it's so surprising. You know, I think students are really surprised about like what we send them and what we do. And again, we're sort of, you know, there's a lot of people who are applying to these roles, but because you're coming in through LA Tech, we're sort of letting the company know that you're ready, you know, because you've gone through this interview with us, you know, we're talking to you all the time. We're, you know, gauging where you are, what your passions and skills are. So, you know, so they're more likely to pick students who are coming from latech.org and you'll, you know, and being successful. So, okay. So I'm going to play a quick video. And I'm just going to, I know that for this. Okay, I think actually it should work.
Hi, my name is Angelica Flores, and I'm an Angelino, which means that I was born and raised in the greater Los Angeles area. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science from California State University in Northridge. The summer after college, I enrolled to be part of the LA Tech internship program in hopes of getting my first technical job out of college. Something I admired about LA Tech was that it's a nonprofit helping underrepresented as well as low-income students reach economic opportunity through technical internships. I really loved that I got to network and connect with other students and professionals who were also trying to diversify the tech industry. I chose to apply to Go because it was aligned with my interest, which was fashion, e-commerce, and machine learning. I was excited to have received an internship as QA intern from Go, giving me the opportunity to grow, develop, and apply my technical skills. The Go culture, which included my peers, director, teammates, and most of all, my manager, were very friendly and very supportive all throughout my internship. That was the main reason why I decided to try to pursue a full-time role at Go. Using the skills I learned from latech.org, I kept track of my progress and insisted that I was a good fit to be a full-time employee at Go. I spoke to the director, my manager, and HR to see if they could extend my internship or recommend me to apply to a role that was well fitted towards me. To my surprise, on the last day of my internship, Go extended a full-time offer and created the first ever junior QA role that best fitted my expertise level. Go continues to help train and develop my technical skills to reach higher opportunities. All of this could not have been possible without latech.org helping students like me connect with tech companies in LA. Thank you, latech.org, Unite LA, Kotak, and GOAT for making this opportunity possible.
So Angelica's story, I think, you know, she is in the technical field, but I'm so excited that she decided to do an opportunity, and super excited that she was like willing to, you know, do a quality, you know, like a QA sort of engineering role, which maybe wasn't like something that she had thought about before, right? And that's so happy that she got extended this offer, and that she created this video for us. She did it without us telling her to do it. So I think it just means a lot more for us. We were so excited to receive it. We love hearing the success stories. Our executive director is always on LinkedIn looking for, you know, like looking to see the updates that students have had about their internship opportunities or what they're saying about it. So we're really, you know, we're really excited to help you out.
Hi.
Cool. Another one of our success stories is Francisco. He was offered a position at Go as well as a junior systems project manager. He's from Tijuana, Mexico, and grew up in South Central LA. He is a DACA recipient and a former student at Santa Monica Community College. And I believe he was graduating in 2020. Yeah, and so I'm, you know, really excited about Francisco and his journey to a career in tech. And then Udin de la Torre, he was part of actually Snap Storytelling Academy, and he's been doing, he transferred into USC's Marshall School of Business recently, and he's been working on digital marketing. So he's been leading a lot of Comparablys research around what, you know, like the market and like its competitors, and then sort of trying new ways to market to people through Comparablys product. And Sherry has been working with the Cornerstone's On Demand Foundation. She was also a part of Snapchat Storytelling Academy. She's coming from more of a writer, sort of communications, marketing role, and sort of a little bit of business attached to it as well. She is amazing. She was a former foster youth and has been really passionate about bringing sort of some amplification around foster youth in California, especially in Los Angeles. So really, really happy for all of these students. And then Jenna has been working, interning at Q&A, a startup that works in the music industry. And she actually she totally switched roles from creative content to software engineering. She was actually, I think, she became an engineer later on in life via a boot camp. So really excited to be helping her on her journey. Okay, and I think that is it for my presentation. Please, I'd love to hear your questions. Please. I'm just gonna go back to maybe. Okay, cool. Not seeing any questions in the chat.
I have a question. I wanted to ask you, because we definitely want to continue this partnership that we're starting with you, and so definitely would like to how does is the funding available for multiple years? How is that looking for you, so that maybe for the next year we can start the process with our scholars earlier, and you know, get them ready for that application, so that, you know, they we can even host some application time, so that, you know, that we can assist them with that process too. So that we would love to do that. So.
Oh, of course. You know, I think, you know, as I mentioned, our sort of programming is year round. So yeah. Really anytime is available. We are going to start, we actually have an informational session coming up on the 30th. So if people sort of want, this is going to be specific to students. It'll be sort of like a walkthrough of what I'm doing. So maybe, you know, maybe you don't want to join that, but I will also put that in the email just so that, you know, you all have it and it's there if you're interested. But honestly, we can sort of, Santi, we can talk offline, and maybe we can host something like in the beginning of the quarters, just like as like a regular sort of like, you know, we'll help you apply. Yeah, like we'll
That's
walk you through. Yeah, we'll walk you through
That's awesome.
delegation.
Yeah.
We'll do it all together, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So I'm gonna answer Yamilet's question. So I'm clicking here to apply. I was at the latech.org website, and so I'm clicking there. I'm here. So you probably did this where you created an account and you had to like fill this information out. So if you refreshed it, you would probably, sorry, I'm gonna go back. If you refreshed it, you probably would have been shown this screen. And so I'm just gonna put in my information. Okay, and so I'm gonna sign in. And so you should then be prompted to sort of see this screen. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to your question. Yeah, can you let me know if that process has worked, if you try it? Oh, interesting. And you were and you sort of you created the account? Oh, let me see. All right, so I'm just gonna create like a dummy account now just to go through it and see what happens, okay? Because I wanna make sure we get to the bottom of this. So test. Okay, and then my email. I'll have to put in another email just because probably the system will probably let me know that didn't work. Okay, cool. Glad we're working through this. I love doing this. All right. So cool. It says, all right, let me not do that. So it says, well done, an activation link to my email in order to activate your applicant account. Please check your email and access the link within the next 24 hours. So I got that, that sort of thing. So let me stop my share and share my my other screen. And I'm glad we're recording this. Super excited about that. So I'll share my screen here. So I was doing some research on LinkedIn pricing. So I'm gonna log into my email, and don't mind the amount of emails I have on my personal account. It is terrible, but it is okay.
You don't want to see more.
Overabundance of information. Okay, so I should have received an email. Okay, so I received an email. It says it comes from no reply. And so now I'm gonna click on this. Sorry, my computer is being a little slow. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this and it says I have to complete that to sign up. And so I've clicked it. So at the top, it says, well done, your email has been verified. Please log in below to access your account. So I'm gonna put the credentials that I had previously. So my computer remembers. Okay, so now I'm signing in. And I should be good to go. So this is sort of the screen that comes up. So it says I haven't applied to anything. Oh, interesting. I see what you mean. So I'm going to click on dashboard and nothing comes up. I'm going to click on profile. Cool. That's just my profile. I'm going to cancel that. Huh. Why won't the application? Super interesting. Okay. All right, let me try again. Right. Okay. Cool. Let me see if if I go back through here, if it'll help me. Interesting. So when I went back, so this may be an issue with us, and I'll let my team know about it. So if I go back into the website, I'm so sorry that this is like this. I really don't like when this happens, but we live and we learn. So I had to go back into the website and I clicked to apply, and I'm still in the same roster. So this is my application, and it's using this email. So I'm assuming, you know, I'm gonna check which profile this is just to confirm, but yeah, it's my test profile. So that's when I got the screen. So maybe trying that. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I think people are saying that it's worked for them in that way. So I'm just going to go down the chat just to make sure I captured everyone's stuff. So Anne, you asked, are there any academies that are focusing on teaching skills and developing a portfolio? I'm sure if I can commit to an internship in the summer. Yeah. Are you thinking, Anne, I'd love to hear if you're thinking maybe like design or storytelling. I would definitely say apply to the SNAP Academies for the summer, but we will be having some as I mentioned, like approaching over the fall. So I'm excited to keep you informed about those opportunities. Yeah. Yuji, please do introduce this to your siblings as well. The more the merrier. So please let them know that they can apply. We'll receive their application and I'll be working with them. If you wouldn't mind, so the application will ask you to sort of, if a partner organization has you know, like helped you out, please do put CCCP Yeji, for your siblings, they would put no, but please do put CCCP if you are part of this cohort. It's just, you know, we're obviously partnering with this organization, and so we're motivated to really make sure that you are all successful. And Yeji, that doesn't mean we're not going to succeed with your siblings, but it just means that we sort of the other side of my team is helping them out. Cool. Thank you. Yes, I created mine right now. Okay. Okay, cool. I need to click on the link. I have to click on the link that says I want to be a tech intern. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, thank you. Okay, awesome. After 50 applications, we will get a cool sticker. I love that idea. I love stickers. I have a bunch of them on my laptop.
Oh, I love stickers too.
How long? I know, we'll create like a partnership one. Oh, that can be like a competition for the folks who are design savvy. So I have, how long after I submit will my application be looked at? Also, how long does the process from the beginning to end take? That's a really, really great question, G. So after you submit your application, you should probably hear back from us in a week and a half. And that's like what, like probably like 7 business days is probably when you'll hear back, and you'll hear back letting you know, like, okay, you know, here's the Slack group, please join it. You'll hear from one of our coaches probably, you know, letting you know like about the opportunities that match with your skill set. And depending on you know, like, it depends on a few things. So sometimes we'll need to do some resume you know, some resume editing. And so that sort of takes, you know, that sometimes can make the process a little bit longer into finding you an internship. However, there are usually, like, I would say, if the student has, like, you know, the resume on, you know, everything's like verified, usually it takes about a month and a half to find them something. And then, you know, and for them to interview and get onboarded, etc. So that's why we're doing the process right now for the summer. You know, it's March still, but you obviously need time, like at least 2 months, to sort of have that process happen and make sure that we're matching students. We're trying our best to match everyone to something. So yeah, so it usually takes about that time. But we'll, you know, I think we're an open communication. So if there are delays on our end or something like that, we will definitely tell you about it. And you can always contact one of, you know, our team. Yeah, of course. Thank you for that great question. And thank you all so much for honestly, I love conversations like these. These are my favorite. And you all have been such a great and attentive group. I'm, super, thank you so much. Super grateful.
If you have any other questions, then I want to say thank you so much, Karen, just for being here and just I love it because sometimes the technology does not work for us, right? I mean, we rely on it and sometimes it doesn't work, but you were here to like work out that part. So I think that's great. I think that's that's what the value definitely of having the folks who are doing this be part, be around it and be part of it. So thank you again for just answering all the questions and the patience that you have to, and just showing by doing. So that was really awesome too. I love that. And I look forward to some more of this and just definitely building up our partnership as well. So
please, yeah, and I would love to continue chatting with you about potentially doing some resume building workshops. We can always alternate between virtual and in person. I know sometimes that can be a little bit more helpful. Right. But I'm really happy about that, and I'm super excited about matching you all to opportunities. And yeah, I think this is like a really great time and reminder that there are opportunities out there for you, and so maybe I think, yes, do an internship with us. Here's the thing. An internship doesn't mean that has to be, your career choice forever. Interviewing for a certain for a certain role or something like that does not pigeonhole you. See the internships as an opportunity to really experiment and test out what you like to do. There are things in everyone's jobs that are their favorite and least favorite, right? And we do them because the more favorite things sort of outweigh the least favorite. And so internships are a great opportunity to sort of find that out and really really be able to test your skills, really be able to introduce you to new software. That's the thing I love about tech companies. They're always working with new technology, and it's so important to be able to understand it and be able to really work within that technology. To Kevin's point, I think he wants to work in district attorney's office, wants to be a part of that team. That's really amazing. Eventually, I'm pretty sure that the district attorney's office is probably going to go through a systems change where they'll make it easier for maybe folks who are facing criminal charges to be able to see I have some friends who are working on Code for America for that. And so tech is going to be everywhere. And so I'm really excited that you can have these opportunities. It doesn't mean that, what you're studying for, what your career role is, will change or has to change. This is really just an opportunity for you to get paid for learning, right? For learning and developing your skills. So that's it. And thank you so much. Thank you all for joining. Yes,
thank you. Have a great evening, everyone. And we'll see you the next time. We'll have one of these things, which should be coming up soon. You should be getting an email about definitely the Spring Academies pretty soon. So we'll talk soon. Thank you, Sophie, for helping as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
And and Karen again, much gratitude to you.
Yeah, Santi, I will be sending you that email. You'll probably find it by tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. And then let's continue chatting about doing those in sessions. Thank you so much. And I'll be sharing the YouTube video with my team too.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Have a great one, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
And take care of each other.
Bye.
Bye.